How y'all doing? We're here with Ginger the Lizard Creations, playing around with a new lighting system. We'll see how we feel about it over time. But what we got this time is a two-parter called I Declare. I've been planning on doing it for frickin' ever and finally got around to it. And oh my goodness, does it look pretty. Here we go with part one. I'm gonna release it as a two-parter because, yeah, I can. Let's go paint! Big old canvas and a whole lot of paint. I am going to do it in a rainbow, as you can see, but I like to call it chakra because I'm weird like that. I have a 10 by 30 and I have a 10 by 10. This one goes at the bottom of that one to look like an exclamation point. The blues and the purples and a touch of the greeny bits are going to be on the dot of our exclamation point. And these bits and a unifying color, which I have chosen as the deep sapphire emerald mixture because that is a lovely color, will be the thing that carries it through from one to the other. I am also choosing to use a flow extender. I'm right now, I think using a flow extender would probably be a good idea because it gives you more control over keeping the fancy looking bits of a piece without overstretching them. Gives you some abilities to make choices. I'm choosing to use the cheapest of the metallics because if it shows through, metallics kind of go with everything. And it isn't going to be a weird color, so I've used the cheapest of my metallics. This one is Chroma Molten Metals Aged Bronze, and if you want to use something that will allow you to thin out your paint really, really quickly without using a lot of material because it's almost like water, that's your best friend right there. So, we will talk about these little friends later when I do the other half. But for this project, we have Creative Inspirations Crimson, Creative Inspirations Scarlet Lake, Decoart Primary Red. This is a craft paint that I'm trying to get rid of. I went and bought a ton of those little 2B craft paints when I first started out because they're at Walmart and you can easily pick them up, but they're not very good for much. So I'm using them and getting rid of them. This is Artist Loft Vermillion. I do love a Vermillion. Artist Loft Orange. Cadmium Orange Hue Creative Inspirations. Mont Yellow Deep. Mont Medium Yellow. Mont Lemon Yellow. Oh my goodness, it's bright. That'll blind you right there. Creative Inspirations Light Green. Pretty. Put it down. Cap over here. Decoart Forest Green. Yet another craft paint that I'm trying to get rid of. But I do like the forest green. It is nice. It is nice. Creative Inspirations Middle Green. There it is. Not in the middle. This monstrosity that I self-mixed is Deep Sapphire and Emerald from Decoart. Mixed up so wonderfully in this very... I don't even know what to call it, but it's pretty and it's shiny. And it's going to be in several of my pieces. And it's going to be the reason why I'm going to buy more Decoart Deep Sapphire, even though I originally thought it was too deep for me. Marte Titanium White. And Marte Black. Let go of the lid, please. Thank you. We know what black looks like. Big pouring container. We start with red because we must. Actually, let's start with black because why not? We want to layer the reds Put a splodge of white in there. Okay, that's almost half the cup, so we are going to be done with our reds. I tell you what, I started off the wrong way again. Okay, alright, changing directions. I honestly do not know when I will remember that you want to have what you want to pour out first on the top of the glass and what you want to pour out last on the bottom. It wasn't today, but we can fix this with more than one cup. This will be the ready bit up at the top, and this will be the resty bit. Okay, so recover, adapt, move on. I am going to start, I guess, once again with the black, even though I started with the black on the other one, because that was a fair idea. The pretty little whatever this is, emerald mix-up is kind of what I think of it as. And that will be the, ooh, that was kind of blobby. That could be interesting. Greens. Let's go with the greens. Green, green, green. Nice little stack of all of our greens. A little bit of white. Yellows. Very bright yellow right there. Oh. Whoa. That one's squirrely. I think I tried to drop it twice and it's only been a few seconds. I'm gonna get a funky yellow with that black mixing, but oh well. On to the oranges. Regular orange. Plain old orange. Cadmium orange hue. Which isn't that different, but I don't have a lot of oranges. Vermillion. I love the vermilion. Okay, start pouring off the red and transition into the rest. This will be okay. Oh hell. Ring pour. Close up. Ringy pour. Close to the canvas. A little bit of a swirly. And travel that sucker down. Okay. There's our reds. Now for the rest. Here it comes. Orangey, very, very orangey. Here's the yellows. Green. Ooh. And we've got that, whatever it is, coming out the end here. So nice and dark and bluey. Readjust. All right. Sit here and stare at it and think, which way do I go? Oh boy. I am going to kiss it with fire. I do believe that is a blob of something from the white in there. So where are my tweezers? Do you see this blob right here? It is huge. Oh my goodness, it might be bigger than I thought. Oh, wow! That is a huge lump of something. Gonna be knocking off probably a lot of this red. I'm undecided if I should make up a tiny cup of the green and get some more green in there or not. I don't know, I don't know. I can use all the paint I can get down here, so I'm just gonna kind of swirly ring it around that bottom there. It gave us, what, 1/4 of an ounce more to play with. I'll take it. Now, I'm gonna go pour our extender along the edge. Now this is really, really, really runny stuff. So, I am just going to encourage it to be along the edge, because all it's going to do is interact with the surface and allow the paint that we want to keep to glide. Glide, glide, glide. Because we will be so glad we glid. All the way to the edge. And now, are we ready to be brave and tilt it? Let's be brave and tilt it. There she tilts. And that is a nice, 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 nice. See how it's just gliding along, not really rolling over on that edge. Okay. Now let's do similar for this side. I'm being very careful with it because this is very, 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 very thin. And I don't want it to spoil the image on itself, because had I put it on this side, there's a chance it could have run very quickly and ruined that edge. That's why I only put it 1/2 at a time. Spread it out with my paws, because that's the bestest way to do it. It is for me anyway. I like using my paws. And now pull it towards me. And watch it just stretch out so impressively. Okay. I've got to figure out how to fix this gap. I've got to fix the red up top. I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that, because I don't want to spoil these lines. These lines are amazing. I think I'm actually going to make up 2 little cups and pour that edge, because I can't mess up these lines. I just can't. No, no, no. I do not have the heart to mess up these lines. Oh boy. There we go. That edge is nicely taken care of. Wow. Okay. Small cups. That can go a little bit further. I see that it's not quite over. So we're gonna give it a second. There we go. Yes, I'm going to try to pour a small ring here, a small red ring here, a small greeny, bluish green, whatever ring down at the bottom there. And then I am only going to allow myself to pour, dip it off, going this way to try to keep these lines, because these lines are freaking amazing. Oh my goodness. Excited and nervous. Oh my goodness. And I'm gonna do a little ringy right here. I'm pretending I'm left-handed again. I'm not supposed to do that. Okay. So now we very carefully shift forward and back. Let's shift this towards me, just because I've got some bare canvas showing, and it will help in theory to fix that. If I move the paint. The middle tolerates me shifting it a little bit because there's not a lot of paint actually to move. Where there's more paint, the paint moves faster. So you've got a little bit of leeway moving things around once there's not a lot of paint on the canvas to begin with. Get the stripes going in the right direction. Don't think that that's too distractingly different. This here has still kind of opened up and showing bare canvas, which I think is a little unfortunate. But I don't know if I can encourage the paint to go down there and cover that. Still got a little bit of movement. They are further over now. I think my base coat was a little bit too thin. Lessons learned all the way around. One tiny little spot right there that just doesn't want to completely roll over. Okay, there it is. There it is, it worked. Kept the lines, kept a good bit of the awesome, stretched it out a little bit more. There's a bit of a mess on that edge right there, but there it is. I declare part 1 complete. That is just a bit of wow. I'm gonna come down and have a look. Oh my goodness. Here it is. I kept the lines and I didn't screw it up. And I'm the one that gets to say whether I screwed it up or not, so be quiet, you. There. If I can get past as many of the glares as possible. The red zone. Stripey, nice black, and the pebbly orange. There, fading into the yellow, which kind of has green in it, but that's awesome. I like this little greeny bit right here for some reason. A lot of stripies. Couple of cells. The color just like gets deeper and deeper and layered. And then it sort of fades off here at the end. And then it will fade into part 2, which goes right here. But that will be in time. Here we go. Flying around. There. 30 inches of color. Oh my goodness. I'm in love. Stay tuned for the right result. Let me tell you, oh, I so freaking love how this thing turned out. Let's come in for a close-up. This, of course, is called I Declare. This is part 1. It is going to end up when it is displayed. Oh my goodness, I'm getting in the way of my light. When it is displayed, it will be an exclamation point. Let's get in. Let's do a little closer now. We can do that, can't we? Alright, and we're gonna go to the bottom here and take the elevator up and enjoy that view. Look at all the stripies all up in there. Should have gotten the handles for my phone instead of just doing it this way. It's kind of awkward to actually hold it like this. There we go. That's a little better. Still going up. Here's the orange. Next up, the red. Oh my goodness. The lininess. All of it is so pretty. When I first put it together, let's see if we can center you here. This is hard to do. Stay out of my light and get centered. Oh my goodness. I can't talk and chew gum at the same time. Walk and chew gum? Yeah. I can't do 2 things at once, and I think I'm trying to do 3. There we go. I'm blocking less light that way. It's kind of centered. Hello. That's nice. So, I wasn't crazy about the ends because I had to add extra paint. And I felt like that kind of wrecked the flow a little bit. But actually, it looks pretty damn good. Imagine. Yes. So pretty. Oh yes. That is I Declare part 1. If you like what I do and my weirdo ramblings, comment, like, subscribe, stick around, and we'll do this again next Sunday. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.